Machine Gun Kelly versus McGregor. Two Irish boys going head to head. I like Carl, mate. How are you doing, everyone? How's it going? Sure, leave it fill up there for a second, will I? Welcome to the Tuesday stream tonight. In Como, visiting the family for a few weeks. Good on you, Carl. Had to be done, mate. Here we got Cactus Rider, my man, Uncle. How you doing, Uncle? As it's in Spain. Oisin Campbell, how you doing? Long time no see, baby boy. Long time no see it. You got that one right. Poor old Norm Macdonald checked out. He checked out. I was only telling a story about him the other day when himself and Daithín O'Spade, Davy Spade, they were in Atlantic City. Oh, fucking got the fucking head and the face done today, hey. Oh, check out that. It's the first time I've not had sideburns in years. Went to an Arabic lad, sound skins. Made a meal, fill it up on Sunday. I got a lot of things to learn. Said I would and I believe in one day before my heart starts to burn. Fuck it. So what's the matter with you? Sing me something new. Don't you know the cold and wind and rain down now only seems to come and go away. Times are hard when things ain't got no meaning. I found a key upon the floor. Said I would and I believe in one day before my heart starts to burn. So what's the matter with you? Sing me something new. Just Sack, what a great name. I said that last time. Norm Macdonald was the best comedian, didn't give 4 fucks about anything. Yeah, he's brilliant, man. He really is a loss to the comedy world. Yeah. Fucking, where was I? I got a little bit off track there with the old guitar playing. I spoke to Paul Gallagher today. A good fucking Manchester Mayo lad living down in London. He's going to come on the stream in a couple of days. Got to figure out what the crack is. How did you meet your old doll? Ian, which one? Many moons ago. Fucking, sorry I keep saying that. I will start the stream off by saying how a lot of people on Reddit I've seen were tweeting a picture of McGregor saying Britain's Conor McGregor hits Machine Gun Kelly, and I actually find it very amusing, and I'm proud of McGregor. I quite like Machine Gun Kelly. His portrayal of Nicky Six in the Motley Crue film The Dirt was very good. But what I like about McGregor is, I don't know what the story was, but apparently McGregor had asked Machine Gun Kelly for a picture at the Video Music Awards. Now, the crack is with the MTV VMAs, from what I gather, is they are awards given out to the artist who has the best music video in certain categories. According to Tim Dillon, it's over. They've had the lowest ratings. I mean, such a shame, man, because music videos are so crucial to just to the development of humanity. Do you know what I mean? It's many's a time that I sit watching, having shite pumped into me brain as a teenager, going, "Oh, how you doing, Amanda? You know we are. Welcome to the jungle, punk. Take a look around. It's a biscuit fucking up your town. Downloading the shockwaves. Throw your ladies in the cave to get your groove on. Maybe I am just a little fucked up." I was listening to Fred, Limp Biscuit, chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water at work today. I had to do a bit of digging by hand, and I just stuck that song "My Generation" by Limp Bizkit on, and fuck me, I fired it up as your father once said, "Dig her deep and throw well back." It was yeah. So that's the kind of shit I used to watch back in. It got me thinking about how nowadays it is an amazing album. Even though I remember myself and Christine Tordov, we both went out and bought Linkin Park Hybrid Theory and Hot Dog Flavored Water, and then they disappeared to the bottom of the pile very quickly. But then upon hearing it in a pub playlist last year, I was like, fucking hell, you know what? There's some good production value in Limp Bizkit's album there, and it brought back feelings of nostalgia from 20 years ago. And keep on rolling, baby. Man, Stephen Leonard. But and I was thinking like I'd rather be part of that whole Generation X fucking trashing Woodstock, and you know, before 9/11 happened, there was a weird kind of, everything was just so handy that people were just rebelling against being well off. Do you know what I mean? It was this kind of ungratefulness, but also it wasn't an ungratefulness. I suppose looking back, it was a time where you had suited executives sitting around offices trying to squeeze money out of young people. But like the ethos of that was, I'm a crazy motherfucker living it up, not giving a fuck, living life in the fast lane. There was a hard edge to Limp Bizkit back in the day, where nowadays people are just like following K-pop bands and I don't know. Vegan programmer says, heard that Stateside going to be the next Limp Bizkit frontman. He'll be like that weird dwarf dude who used to hang around with Kid Rock, who apparently died. Kid Rock. Remember when he just did that? This fucking kid was taking pressure from. Remember, it was like Party All Summer. What was the name of that Kid Rock album, or that Kid Rock song that everyone was playing a couple of years ago? It was just basically. Yeah, but back to the Met Gala. No, to McGregor's thing. So McGregor, yeah, I love the way he's like, he's almost like a lad from our town, you know, a collective townsman. You know, he's like one of those lads up around town who was spicy with throwing out the dukes, and now he's just been allowed into like top tier global society, and starts throwing punches at lads. So like Machine Gun Kelly, apparently he went up and said, "Machine Gun Kelly, can I get a photograph with you?" I love the way he was on the red carpet with a tumbler of whiskey, and there was some sort of misunderstanding. And then he goes and throws a punch at Machine Gun Kelly, and the picture of your man Machine Gun Kelly that I put up in the JPEG is just him going like, and McGregor's going, trying to hit him, and it's a bit like that. We had I won't mention any names, but we had a councillor who's very respected, and he ended up on the news shouting "Up Mayo!" and to see, I remember at the time going, yeah, that's great, that is, because everyone's going, "Did you see him on TV?" I'm not mentioning any names, but I was like, it really made me feel comfort that our finest ambassador of the town is also doing mad shit on TV. And that's how I feel a bit about Conor McGregor going to these like fancy award ceremonies and throwing digs. So I thought, a day in the life of a whiskey salesman, says Tom Joe. It'd be great if Conor McGregor was to throw a bit of wedge around the 5th series of Holly Bucks, man. Yo, Chris, hell of a nice haircut you got there. It's a tight fade. Oh, man. Tighter than a fish's arse or a salamander's gambit. But, yeah, the Met Gala was on last night. That's basically, it's turned into the Hunger Games, where those dandies who do all the fancy clothing, you know, it just really rubs it in on the rest of us shit munchers. I know I had a brief taste of the celebrity world, but I was never top tier. Kind of glad I wasn't now. Kind of, I think I've faded into the mists of obscurity, and I quite like it. Gives me more. Feels like I can just go back to saying what I feel rather than being like constantly on my guard about saying the wrong thing, you know, in interviews. And now I'm just like, don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck off. Take it or leave it, G cunts. Story Kid, how you doing? Fukushima boys. What a send off, the cunts. What's this about, Lord 123J? What's the crack there? What a send off. Did you see fucking Young Boys versus United? What a shocker. What a shocker, man. 94.30 minutes. Ronaldo wasn't happy. Old Ronaldo job. I seen Zlatan against Lazio. He just stopped to tie a shoelace, gets up and scores a goal against Lazio. That was very impressive. Lukaku was playing for Chelsea, is he? Fucking Lukaku, hey. Scam or not, got phoned up today. The guy said that I won either 250 quid or a couple of tickets on Elvis Presley tribute band evening. I said, push one for the money, 2 for the show. Oh man, Markin Hughes. Hey, it's been a while, man, since you were playing at United. Hey, how are you getting on? Good stuff. Patrick Stafford, you any relation to Justine Stafford, the comedian? She's flat out doing fucking old little videoings there on social media job. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Simon O'Toole says, Morton. I was thinking about getting stateside on. Maybe doing a no, never heard. Fair enough, Patrick. I was thinking about getting stateside on to do movie chats. So think of a title in the comment section there. And if you're watching this later on, please do leave comments in the comment box with what the title can be for I suppose, a bit like Euronews' Lamag featuring stateside, where he has to do some homework on some cultural. Shawnee, how are you getting on, man? Good to see you. Stateside thoughts of the day. Oh man, Remains of the Day featuring Stetsode. How are you, Liam Murphy? How's things like? Story horse. Are you well, Martin? I'm fucking alright, man. I'm alright. Got a bit of vitamin D into me. That would sum up my level of fatigue. I thought I'd do a nice little touch. I'll do another 15 minutes of chat with you and see what the crack is. Ask me questions, and if you want me to talk about anything in particular. But I'll do it about Norm Macdonald, himself and Davy Spade. I was only telling that a couple of days ago, where apparently they were in Atlantic City, and Norm Macdonald walks out of this casino in Atlantic City, and he's got like $80,000 of cash on him. And then he just throws it into the sea, and they're like, "Yo, Norm, what the fuck did you do that for, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I was just gonna gamble away anyway." I think I might have been talking about that on the stream the other night, actually. Also, there was a very funny chat where they were talking about him on a podcast, and like, "Hey, Norm, why do you have a girlfriend? Do you have any love interest at the moment?" He's like, not really. Like, well, why not, Norm? You're a really funny guy. You got a lot going on. You're a successful guy. He's like, yeah. The thing is about sex, like, I haven't had any that's like new. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. In and out, in and out. I just kind of grew tired of it. Roisin Mack, how you doing? All right, hey. Shame about the old curse, Martin. My dad's from Tyrone, and even he wanted Mayo to win, but I reckon he had a bet on them. Oh, fucking some odds. At the time, Mayo were playing Kerry in the final of 2006, and my dad put £200 on Mayo to win and got the drinks in. He wasn't very happy that Monday, but it was actually this Monday 15 years ago, and the pair of us ended up having a bit of a fucking fight at work. And we were doing some plastering for my Uncle Martin's garage. The garage was supposed to be like a maximum 3-month job. It took like 7 months. By the time the garage was finished, he had to do the house up to match the garage. But we were myself and the old lad. He was like, "Hey, son, there's too many fucking lumps in that plaster." And I was like, "What are you on about? There's no lumps in that plaster." And then we ended up having a bit of a duel. And he came at me with a spade, and I grabbed the spade off him, and it hit the lintel of this new window Richie, the plasterer, had put in. And Richie was like, "What the fuck's going on? What's going on? Stop your fighting, Jesus Christ!" And then my dad went off to do a bit of lamenting outside, and Richie was like, "He's got a bad head now. He was on the beer, was he? And I put a bet on, did he? How much? Jesus Christ! All right." And I went out there and I went, "Dad, look, sorry about the proud of you, son." And then me and my dad just started hugging it out in the street. Absolute vibes, pure scenes. Stateside versus the world. Good one there, Fionn. Good one, mate. Stateside statements. Daniel Madden, that's a very tasty one. Sean, you just retracted that last message, mate. Was that because you seen stateside statements and you were like, how can I beat that one? Norm was doing some really nice chats on Instagram with his ma. It's a sad one. Patrick Stafford, Martin, how did Michael Jackson turn a white Labrador black and blue? I don't know. Please tell me. Sean says, yep, Daniel had that sewn up. I think stateside statements is going to be the hopefully we get a weekly segment with him. He bet it. I meant Patrick Stafford, hey. I was going to say, fucking, I really wish I could be, there's a way of doing it, but I have like pure boomer tech illiteracy. If I actually sat down and did it, but I think my computer, I need to get myself a new computer, but oh, fucking hell, man. Sweden's an expensive place and a man's fucking trying his best. Daniel Madden, I'm sorry for being classy. Hey, don't be sorry about that, man. Keep it going. How are you twisted? Alan Keane, how are you doing, Alan Keane? Any old crack with you? Any old crack? Been to Miami, bitch, to USC. Didn't get to bed last night. All the way to paper that was on my knees. Man, I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in USSR. Know how lucky you are, boys. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR. Baby whistle like a highly rule the place. Gee, it's good to be back home. Leave until tomorrow to make my case. I'm gonna disconnect the phone. I'm back in the USSR. Now like you are, boy. Back in the US. What I was going to say to you is, apparently China has 2 intercontinental ballistic cruisers off the coast of Alaska. And it's like, ooh, China versus America, that could be another war. What's the point? You know what I mean? The only way that would ever work is if someone left the fucking back door open for the boys, which would be a bit of a fucking, no one wants that really, do you know what I mean? but there seems to be an awful lot of saber rattling and posturing going on lately. Apparently, I was talking to a lad in the pub earlier on, Oni and Shite. She was telling me that Russia has been doing military exercises very close to Europe, according to the Texas Tribune I read earlier on. And they've got this massive hovercraft, fucking huge one. It's like a block of flats. And I'm like, yeah, but sure, NATO were doing that shit to Russia the whole time. So I was like, what's the big deal? Heroin cheese, the trim was this probably the best baller in Stockholm. They were Arabic lads because they kept saying Habibi, Habibi the whole time. And gave me a great haircut, man. And it was cheap as well, 25 quid. And that's cheap for Sweden. Some of these places, if you go for a haircut in Sweden, in town, in Stockholm, it's fucking 45 quid. It's like, man, I don't want to buy the clippers off you. I just want a haircut. But he gave me a razor shave here. I'm telling you, well impressed with the bite. Well impressed. Andrew Moynihan, how are you getting on? Here, Martin, still mourning over Mayo. Do you know what? If you look back to Friday evening's predictions, I wasn't too convinced. And I'm not saying that because I'm knocking Mayo, but I just went in. I was talking to Tommy Cagalla, the boo today, and he went, Martin, to be honest with you, I didn't feel they were going to get it. To be honest, I didn't. And Gavigan, the henchman, he wouldn't be told any different. He wouldn't be told. I'd say old Prendergast, he's... how are you fucking Peter McCann? Did he crack with you? Decent haircut. Fair play to you, Peter. Nothing but ripping there. Subscribe to that lad. He's a fucking good dude from Limerick, eh? Paul O'Neill. Well, Maloney, a legend. I said the other day we would not be sad to see Mayo win an All-Ireland up here in Tyrone. Aidan O'Shea is a privilege to Mayo. Sad to see Mayo fans attack him. What can you... I mean, why... this is the thing, right? Have they any idea what it's like to play on a pitch in front of a crowd who is... I mean, look. If you ask me, the Mayo, it's the same crack with Mayo. Every time they play, the crowd starts to shit the bed towards the end. And bear that in mind, Mayo missed a couple of penalties. But to be quite honest, after seeing as many finals as I have, and I'll support Mayo to the fucking grave, man. And we will probably get there next year, probably lose it again. But eventually, when Paddy Prendergast checks out, is it Paddy Prendergast, the remaining 1951 player? Here we go, Roshi Mack. I was wondering, did Prendergast have security guards for the run up to it? I mean, he's 95. You know what I mean? He's doing well. He's doing well. Another 8 years, and he's bet fucking Rockefeller, who had about 9 heart transplants. But Jaquari says, no, that's a haircut you can set your watch to. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It was long overdue. I was looking at myself in the mirror going, Jesus, tonight, I look rough. I was going in there with an AC/DC singlet, a vest covered with the work pants. So I was like, fucking hell, I'll have to change out of this. The top half was looking good. But, gone very grey inside. It doesn't look too grey here, but there's an awful lot of grey around the temples. I've earned it, hey. Pez Power Production says, smash, like, and subscribe. I'm going to put up a trailer or a little outtake after this up on the channel that Chris and Sam Pino did with myself and the cowboy here. Apparently he's quite sick at the moment, living in Tralee. Or is he the Flying Duck? Is he? Any cannings tonight? Alan Keane must have known. No, but I've had about 2.5 Magners. That was a nice touch. Nice touch was had. A couple of looseners, man. The clinking of the ice in the pint. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. Had to be done. And a chicken burger then with a bit of cheese on it and a bit of aioli just to really treat myself. Sean Thornton, how are you getting on? Hey, Johnny Unitas haircut job. Grandpa Simpson would be proud. So where was I? But look, the crack is I said you cannot, if you were to write an action-packed saga of a team losing in various odds-defying ways, you couldn't write if you were to write what happened to Mayo with the 2 own goals there in 2016, and fucking losing by half points basically. And then this, last year and this year, you would be like, come on, you jumped the shark on this one. But that's just the way it is. And I think psychologically, unfortunately for Prendergast, fair play to him for doing his time for Mayo and getting them to the All Ireland victory. Fair folks. I think psychologically, when the curse, I think people believe in the curse at this stage, whether it's real or not. People have that in the back of their minds, and I think the Mayo crowd. Here's my 2 cents on it. The Mayo crowd need to just ramp up the positive vibes towards the end of any given match. Just keep it going. I was at the Dublin Mayo semi-final there 2 years ago, and in the first half we were up, and then fucking hell, it was like 10 points. It was fucking heartbreaking, man. Yeah, man, it was woo. The curse is real either way. Too much pressure on the lads in the final and they can't cope. Aidan O'Shea, fair play to him, man. He's a good, solid midfielder, keeps it going, passes the ball up to the forwards, and he's a workhorse. Slagging him off, like, this is the thing, it's like when people watch a boxing match and they're like, fucking throw a left, throw a jab, fucking parry the shots, uppercut, fucking duck. And it's like, most people have never stepped, most of these people who are these armchair pundits have never fucking stepped on to a local GEA team where there are spectators. To go to a place like Croke Park where there's 90,000 spectators watching you playing with that pressure, it's a hell of a lot of pressure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Mayo's skill is second to none. Their athleticism is unreal. Their dedication. For me, as a Mayo man, as a Mayo football supporter, fair play to them, and just keep going, keep knocking at the door, and eventually you will smash that door in off the hinges and win the Sam Maguire and bring it west over the Shannon to Mayo. So you learn shite in the bucket song. I haven't learned shite in the bucket, but I could make one up. Simon! One long! Simon! Squeak! Or love I call you! Shite in the bucket! Simon! I'm going on! I'm in the prime of Milan! I'm over watching Stones! Simon! John Joe McGonagall. Oh, you McGonagall. What did I say? What did I say the last night? I made one comment. I said Mayo get nothing handy from Tyrone. Mayo were marginal favourites. I felt Tyrone were not given enough due recognition before the final. Probably not. Hey, probably not. John Joe McGonagall knows the crack. Brian M. TV party by Black Flag. Don't know it. Sorry about that. Alan Keane. Play the reinforced concrete versus steel. Okay. Give me a key. Give me any chord between A and G. And if you want, throw in a flat or a... how are you, Neo? Hey, Neo-classical. Okay, reinforced D7 says TD. Okay, D7. Ultimate Warrior. Okay, we're going to do the Ultimate Warrior. Funny enough, that steel, I'm going to take the Ultimate Warrior and put steel, concrete versus reinforced steel. Stick with steel any time. Let me see that. Reinforced concrete versus steel. Okay, here we go. We'll do this. Steel and concrete steel. Stick with steel any day. Did you get the head wet? Oh, I heard about the dam that bushed out in Africa. A lot of people died. Oh, is that a see-through bead you're growing? How you car straight burger? What's the crack? What setup you got, mate? I got no Black Star 40 watt there, straight in job, no kissing. Jet fuel don't melt steel beams. 9/11. Yeah, 9/11, man. Don't get me fucking started on that shit, hey. Landscape gardening. Oh, ho, 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 hey. Can't beat steel. Stick with steel any day, like. What's it? Big girls even need them too, hey. What's that mean? No. It's a dirty puddle that won't cool a hot iron. What's that mean? Anyone will do, like. My neighbour downstairs, Sound Skin. I brought him up here on Friday and I showed him Hardy Books, the first episode from series 1 and I think the last episode of series 3. And I fucking be honest with you, I think that the Hardy Books has aged very, very well, considering that, I mean, like, you got to give credit to Ailish Kent and Jane Gogan, who was Eamon Dunphy's wife. That fair balls to them they were, there was certain things that they weren't willing to let us do. But I think that for terrestrial TV at a time when people bemoaned and complained, the amount of shite that people, every time the Hardy Books would go on TV, Midwest radio would be lit up with people ringing in to complain. And the time when we were on the Brendan O'Connor show, fucking hell, man, my mother came into me on the Monday morning and she was like, listen to the radio. And there was an old woman in Tommy Barnes like, Mary, what was it that upset you? I am an 82-year-old woman and the things that they said on that show, I couldn't sleep all night. And I was like, but then the whole Tommy Tiernan thing with the funeral, that wasn't a good idea to go making a mock funeral in a Catholic burial ground. I tried to say that, but I was unsure that it was all right. But thankfully, Tommy Tiernan was like on Midwest Radio 3 mornings in a row taking heat for the boys. And funny enough, part of the terms was he wasn't going to do any publicity at all. No, but that would sound a bit like Iron Maiden. Okay. Fear of the dog. What was that, Trooper? How's it? Fuck it. Fuck it. I really did play much Iron Maiden. I do use Hardy Books as an icebreaker on the Kick live stream with women in Canada because they have Trailer Park Boys and that. Yeah, I was. It'd be nice to do a sort of cross promotion for those lads because they seem to be having rich investors. Has Power Productions, but Thank Link is the newest way to see Martin and Cowboy on film. So click it after this stream. What's Thank Link? I don't know. I just don't fucking know, man. Neo, I'm from Canada and I like Hardy Bucks better. I'm sure Trailer Park Boys might have influenced them a bit though. Oh, in the beginning it did, yeah. But it took its own form after that. Brian M, did you ever go to Blast in Temple Bar in Dublin back in the days? What's Blast? Don't know it, hey. Don't know it. I probably did. I sent the link up there, man. Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I wonder, can I actually upload that? I don't know. I don't know if that downloaded from Dropbox actually cross. I'll have to check. Smoking bowls over my shoulder. I can see the bowls in your eyes. Let me see what the fucking capers with this Dropbox. Who's your favourite Canadian? Norm Macdonald or Justin Trudeau? And that one goes to where Neo. Is that you who is in Canada? Is he fucking a bit? Tropical Island. That's a nice name. I just had half a litre of Jägermeister. Hey, can't beat the Jaeger. Hey, can't beat the Jaeger. Roshima, it's aged well. I introduce it to people all the time, especially in Scotland. I lived in Glasgow for a few years and people always loved it. It'll go well up there now. Neo, I have it on the computer, the Hardy Books on my Netflix as different music. Yeah, it does because if you go to the Hardy Books on YouTube, it's someone just ripped it directly from RTE. So I don't even think they're getting any. They're not getting any revenue from it. But fair folks, it's nice to have it up on YouTube so even I can watch it. Where is it now? Hold on, hold your guisht. It's here, man. Still in the box. I've had it. It's still in the wrapper and everything. Hardy Bucks, #1 selling movie in Ireland. We actually got a write up in the Guardian in England at the time, being like, "You've probably never heard of them, but they're a cult comedy from Ireland." So yeah, that was good. That was good times, man. Good times. We were living the big boy life. The big boy life. Okay, can I download this? Download this. How do I do this? Is it saved, is it? Can you save this? Save video. What I'll do is I'll put this video of myself and the cowboy talking up on a hill called Hammerby Backen. And it's very funny. Fair play to Chris. You've done a good job on it. Neo, Trudeau was a clown. John Joe McGonigal, Bubbles, Trailer Park Boys, Liquor and Whores, Liquor and Whores. Brian M. Blast was a Saturday afternoon event they used to have in the Temple Bar Music Center, featuring bands such as Corrupted and Mixwitch. Temple Bar Music Center. Oh, really, yeah? Tell you a funny story. If Christine Kinsella is watching this one goes out to you, my man. There was... I think in like the year 2000, Chris was trying to make it big as a musician, and legend had it there was some sort of audition for a boy band going on up in Dublin and Temple Bar Music Centre. So myself and Chris went all the way down on the bus that morning to get there, and there was a big bunch, like a huge queue of lads with highlighted hair, white jeans, and like tight choker necklaces, and the kind of shiny, silky River Island shirts that would have been like had tribal designs and dragons on them, and the so yeah, they went in and I think I sung some fucking Jamiroquai song, Cosmic Girl. It was like, yeah, cheers now, bye. Chris was telling me like there was like three. I think it was like maybe I don't know who these lads were, but they were like Celtic Tiger Dublin lads who were like, yeah, kill, man, kill, yeah, William Street, yeah. You know, this was back in the day when Ireland had more money than sense, and there was a place called AKA Bar on South William Street, and it was a real fancy bar where it was basically, there was more empty space than there was chairs, and they had this really fancy kind of like Kubrick-esque 2001 Space Odyssey interior of all these honeycomb hexagonal like panels on the wall. And they were the kind of lads who would have been hanging around like, yeah, cool, let's go down the oxygen bar, then we go for a juice, and then we watch Fish on Network 2. So they were the judges of this boy band audition. Apparently Kinsler gets up and he sings, I sit awake, there's an angel. And then one of them in the middle just goes, farts. And he just goes, sorry about that, I just farted. He came out, he was very pissed off about that. Chris, if you're watching this, mate, I hope you're doing well. You're a big boy now. Hey, happy belated birthday. I did send you the message. Carl Straightburger, where are you now? Hey, Straightburger. Lou, how are you doing? You changed your name. Majin Lou. You're on this account. Carl Straightburger, got to know Hardy Books through clips of Buzz on Facebook. Didn't even realize it was a series for about a year. Yeah, he even made it onto Russell Howard's Good News. That was before Russell Howard did Russell Howard's just lecturing you about pseudo science. Majin Lou, how goes it, Maloney? Absolute stud. I'm doing good, Lou. I'm doing good. Oren Kennedy, how are you, Oren? Hey, what's the story with the fifth series of the show? I saw Chris and 3 Books post on Insta. There is no fucking fifth series at the moment. I mean, there certainly won't be anything going on while this COVID bollocks is still gripping Houlihan land. So once that's done, then we can start talking business. But after watching those episodes of them, like, I really need to sit down and just do a treatment and then say to Mike, Audi Books, Vegas, and then just say, look, Mike, let's get this done. I think it's time for another series because it has to be done. It really does. John Joe Mechanical, this is like Rock Profiles or something. The tale of tiger years. Yeah, God, the amount of, like, I was working away in Dublin there about 20 years ago on the sister and brother-in-law's house, and I remember buying 3 belly busters consecutively from Godfather's Pizzas down on Leeson Street. That was £25 a pizza back then. I mean, that's the kind of money people were on. There was kids coming out. I remember coming back from Sweden in 2006, 2005. Just seeing like 18-year-olds just driving around in like Nissan Silvias, and I was like, where the fuck are these lads getting the money for like these fancy whips? Roisin Mack, what's he saying? Neil, the shit dance music is so true of any small town in Ireland. The same shit people were driving around Enniskillen, blasting out their boy racer cars when I was a teenager. I actually put up a thing on Reddit Island yesterday that my friend Ona McDonald had sent me, and I just thought I have to stick this up, and it did very well on Reddit. It did very well. Let me see. Ask yourself a question. Where is it now? Let me see. I've just got to show you, because I actually write about this in the, I think I mentioned bootcut jeans in, what's going on here? What kind of martial arts are these? Oh, what? Fucking hell, man. Check this out. Fucking hell. I should pull the pants up. Jeez, he fucking sweeped them nicely. That's going into the save that post. What a lovely bit of fighting. Do you ever see that karate lad? It's got the Street Fighter. It's just like some street. Look at this Raid Shadow Legend. Look at this. Look at the way they try and make out that everyone's really familiar with it.
I'm not a fighter. I'm an HP guy. I'm the one who takes the hits while the others slay. But my player, he gave me this sweet legendary artifact.
It was a legendary artifact, was it? Well, you can fuck off. That's what I say. Hey. Now where was I? It's got 686 likes, but it was just on the boot cut, boys. Look at that, man. It's brilliant. I mean, and check out the cigarette in the claw. Look at the claw work, man. I remember years ago when I was smoking a cigarette, was like this. My dad was like, "Hey, you fucking smoking a cigarette like a fucking woman. Hey, you smoke like this, son." So fair play. My dad taught me how to smoke cigarettes like a haircut. Let me see. Adam, 1921, TJ4P. RGE and the elite Big 30 do not represent us, and who gave you and your cohort such inflated pay? And in the boom time, Pat. Let me see. Oren Kennedy. Thoughts on the show clips revived all over TikTok and YouTube? Well, I mean, let's look at TikTok, right? I'll put the hashtag in and see how many Hardy Books hashtags there are, and I'll fucking tell you how popular the show is. And RTE, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking about. They should be coming to us going, can you please make comedy instead of just... There has been 50.1 million Hardy Books views on TikTok. 50.1 million. I mean, what the fuck is going on with these idiots, man? Do you know what I mean? I fucking miss the flare cut boot jeans. Yeah, you know, they'll be coming back again, and I'd be wearing them because I do also miss them. I used to always wear the old boot cuts, man. Boot cuts. Favorite song right now? Asks Oren Kennedy. I don't know. I mean, I've got this playlist which is just called Looney Quack Toad. Let me tell you what's on this. This is my go-to playlist. And it's pretty much tunes I've been listening to for many, many, many years. But this is my, I need to blow away the cobwebs and get into the zone. So if any of you are on, this is one I did yesterday, Irish Trad. There's me with a bottle of Buckfast there. I have to learn a couple of Irish Trad songs just for these gigs I'm doing. So it's called Looney Quack Toad. As you can see on the cover, you have Rage Against the Machine, Songs for the Deaf, The Best of Van Halen, and Black Label Society. So if you want to, if you can follow me on iTunes, I guess Martin Maloney, and that's my Looney Quack Toad mix. And if you're ever going running or knocking about and you just need the boost in the power zone, so it goes. So here's the list. Bleed for Me, Black Label Society, Right Now, Van Halen, Panama, Van Halen, Know Your Enemy, Rage Against the Machine, You Think I Ain't Worth a Dollar, Queens of Stone Age, Reckless Life, Guns N' Roses, Crazy Train, Ozzy Osbourne, Bleed Together, Soundgarden, Round and Round, Rat, Beds of Burning, Midnight Oil, Our Father, Extreme, Nobody Rides for Free, Rat, Godzilla, Racer X, Evil Joe, Racer X, Rocket Reducer number 62, MC5, Slaughtered, Pantera, The Art of Shredding, Pantera, Revolution Is My Name, Pantera, Columbia, Oasis, Rock and Roll Share, Oasis, Hell's Bells, AC/DC, Guns for Hire, AC/DC, Shot Down in Flames, AC/DC, Down on the Borderline, Akadaka, Shoot to Thrill, Razor's Edge, Sea of Sorrow, Love, Hate, Love, We Die Young, Alice in Chains, Kosh Eyes, Shadow and Sun, Audio Slave, Doesn't Remind Me, Be Yourself, Audio Slave, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath by Black Sabbath, Killing Yourself to Live, and the next two, When I'm President and Get the Funk Out on the second album from Extreme, which, if honest, Andy Wallace told me about them years ago, and I was like, Extreme, you mean that cheesy fucking band of long-haired greasers who do the old fucking... I can't remember. Out to Get Me, Guns N' Roses Live Europe, Rocket Queen, Hair of the Dog, Guns N' Roses, Down on the Farm off the Spaghetti Incident, Voodoo Child's Slight Return, All Along the Watchtower, Spanish Castle Magic, Lick It Up by Kiss, Love Gun, Kiss, Kickstart My Heart, Motley Crue, Wild Side, Motley Crue, Ace of Spades, Motorhead, White Line Fever, Motorhead, Expect No Mercy by Nazareth, Breed, Nirvana, That I Never Had, and No More Tears, and Mr. Crowley, Ozzy Osbourne live at the Budokan with Robert Trujillo on bass and Zakk Wylde on the guitar. It's a fucking great album. You should listen to that. Even Flow, Pearl Jam, Alive, Slip Inside, This House, Spinal Stream, Fat Bottom Girls, Queen, Killer Queen, Seven Seas of Rye, Now I'm Here, Queen. Feel Good, Hit the Summer, Go with the Flow, No One Knows, Queen, Bullet in the Head, Rage Against the Machine, America, Rammstein, Good Time Boys, Higher Ground by Mother's Milk, Chili Peppers, Brown Sugar, Rolling Stones, Cradle Rock, Rory Gallagher, Rusty Cage, Outshine, Soundgarden, Roisin Dove, a.k.a. Black Rose, Thin Lizzy, Waiting for an Alibi, Chinatown, Cold Sweat, Cowboy Song, Emerald, Thin Lizzy, Even the Losers by Tom Petty, The Grudge, Tool, No Quarter Tool, Tall Cans in the Air, Diamonds and Guns from The Transplants, All My Friends Are Dead, Wasted Again by Taylor Benigro, I'll Wait Right Now by Van Halen. I'm just basically listing a shitload of... So yeah, I've got ZZ Top, fucking Lynyrd Skynyrd, Megadeth, Metallica, Deep Purple, Neil Young, Crazy Horse, more Ozzy Osbourne, Queen of Stone Age, 10 Years After, Steel Panther, Smooth Criminal, Alien Ant Farm, The Hives, Megadeth again, Dystopia. There's a song by Megadeth called Hanger. That's fucking brilliant tune, man. I think it's like Hanger 17 or something. I can't remember, but it's good. What the Wild Hearts, Kings of Leon, James V. Monaco. What do you want from me? Good tune. Blink, loads of shit, man. Fucking more hasn't changed, but it just goes on and on and on. Yeah, but that's Looney Quack Toad. Get on it. No Shane McGowan. Oh no, he's on the Irish Trad mix. Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. I haven't lived. I'll have to check that out. Chris Stapleton. Cross Stapleton. Fuck, I was past me bedtime, lads. I have to fucking work in the morning. You come to be sleeping. I'm joking. Tennessee Whiskey. I will give that a listen, lad. I will give that a listen. Buck Dick and Ik Wil. Great, easy listening tunes. Ik Wil. What's the best goal you ever scored in Pro Evo? I was more of a FIFA man, Brian. Pro Evo used to be International Superstar Soccer. And they used to have, I didn't like it because they didn't have any sponsorships, which at the time, just when I was a young Klim, it had to be the real sponsorships. And it was like names such as Ryan Figs or like Dennis Boocamp. So I have a suggestion. Great band called The Company Band. They've a 4-song album that is top notch. Money back guarantee album. Sign here and here. Supergroup. Listen to what are they called? The Company Band. Let's check them out, Lou. Lou Company Man. Lou Company Band. Who's in the group? That seems pretty fucking good. Fair play. I'll have to get it. So it's Chris Stapleton and The Company Band. Jess Margera. That's Bam Margera's brother. Fair fucks, man. CKY Viking School drummer. Nice. I'll check that out. Thanks very much, Lou. I will give that a listen. CM Fox, my man. Sensible soccer. Football is our love. Oggy. For some reason, they had massive heads. Didn't get why. Do you remember Italian 90 for the Mega Drive? It was always on the Mega Games 6 compilation. It was 6 Mega Games. One of them was called Gems. It was like a Sega version of the Tetris franchise. Savior by Rise Against always gets me pumped up. What would you be doing, Fionn, when you're all pumped? Would you go like this yourself, going, you fucking Rise Against, cunts? I will check that out. Rise Against by Savior. Christian rock job, is it? Rise Against. Do you remember that song by The Calling? I'm actually going to try and play that for the crack. What is it? The Calling Ultimate Guitar. Wherever you will go. I'm going to try and sing it as I remembered it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Where is it? So really, Wondering who will be there to take my place when I'm gone. In the light, shadows on your face, my great waves shall fall upon. Oh yeah, fucking I jumped the gun a bit too quickly on that. Company band, but just to listen to the album sign here. Okay, nice. I will get that. Songs Mental and Alistair Crowley. You got listen to it in order. Songs bleed into each other. Singer from Clutch. You know, Clutch is something I never listened to, but I remember Clutch being a song on Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit that I had in 1999. Show me age there. But I remember playing Need for Speed and unlocking the McLaren GT1 or the F1 GTR, and I had a toothache at the time, and it was fucking bad old doing. I mean, Mum gave me these pills called Zydol, which any time I've ever taken, there's 3 times I've taken those Zydol pills. Actually, I feel sick thinking about them. The first time was that time in 1999 when I took the pills, ended up throwing up and got the day off school and a fever. Took them again, same thing happened, but I puked up the 2 pills. I was like, oh, there they are. And then so that was 1999. Then 10 years later, me and Tom Gallen were driving to Galway because I had to go to the dentist, another toothache. And again, I took the Zydol. So when we drove into Merchants Road, or the Dock Road in Galway, I had to pull over the side of the road and just went, and puked up again. So me and Zydol, not a good combination. How's that Abercrombie fitting? You know what I realized, Chris? That I'm not actually 32, I'm 34, and those jeans was pretty fucking tight. But sheer stubborn wearing of said tight jeans I will definitely squeeze into them, or else fucking lose a bit of weight, man. It's the only way out. What was I going to say about the FIFA and ISS Pro? Yeah, then for some reason, ISS Pro took over from FIFA, and I don't know. I play neither of them now because I realize that they're basically the same game rebranded each year. I mean, it's not like it, I mean, I can't. It was a bit like watching James Bond. You know what I mean? It was like, well, it's going to be the same shit. It's going to save the day and not get killed. FIFA for me was a bit like that. I was about, all right, basically it's the same principle, but here we go. Roshi Mack also has experiences with Zydol. Zydol or nuts. Took them for severe toothache once. Did fuck all for the pain. I felt like I was tripping. Stuff was moving. Yeah, I mean, I had this weird fever. Let's look up Zydol and see what the deal is with them, because like my mother was a great woman for just prescribing shit from the medicine cabinet. Apparently it's like that in Chile as well, where people just have like medicine cabinets. Like, I'll try this. You got blood pressure, here's some warfarin or something, Oh, they're opioids. Well, there you have it. Tramadol, that's what it is. Okay. Right. Okay. So let me see. What is Zydol and what is it used for? Tramadol, the active substance in Zydol capsules, a painkiller belonging to the class of opioids that acts on the central nervous system. It relieves pain by acting on specific nerve cells of the spinal cord and brain. Zydol capsules are used for the treatment of moderate to severe pain. Before you take Zydol capsules, if you're allergic, hypersensitive to tramadol, any other ingredients of Zydol capsules. In acute poisoning with alcohol, sleeping pills, pain relievers, or other psychotropic medicines, medicines that affect moods and emotions. Let me see. What are the side effects? That's let me see. Always check with your doctor. We didn't do that. Let me see. Come on, side effects. Possible side effects. Here we go. Allergic reactions, difficulty breathing, wheezing, swelling skin. No. Swollen face. No. Hives. No. Difficulty breathing. Shock to circulation failure. No. Very common. Nausea and dizziness, which occur in 1 out of 10 patients. Okay. No vomiting, as far as I can see. Eye disorders, stomach and bowel disorders. Feeling sick, being sick, constipation, dry mouth, urge to be sick, retching. Yeah, well, there you go. I was sick. So yeah, I might just try and take them again and for the crack and see if I puke. Probably not a good idea. Vomiting. My mother was a district nurse, so we had all sorts in the house. It's handy. My mother used to have this book of all the pills. I mean, like she knew what she's at. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were stuck in some sort of apocalyptic situation, she'd be a handy woman to have around. I'll turn that off. It's a bit distracting. Yeah, so good old pills. So that's the fucking crack now. I'm gonna have to shoot because it's fucking nearly just 20 past fucking 12 at night. I thought I would have a nice little chat, but a big shout out to McGregor, fair play to you for throwing digs on the red carpet with a broken leg. Wish him a full recovery. What else? Yeah, the Met Gala is just basically like the Hunger Games, and who gives a fuck about any of these dickheads in Hollywood? I mean, they're so out of touch with the regular people. Like who fucking cares? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, here's yet another Marvel fucking movie about some bollocks or another series. It's just fuck off, the lot of you. That's what I say. And give money to cunts who are starting off or lads who have had a touch, good track records, and could do with another touch. Shawnee, thank you very much for the super chat. Landora, how are you getting on, lad? How are you? New hairstyle. Every time I see it, looks class. Thanks very much. I said to you, man, geez, look, I'll be coming out to you again and I'll be telling people, grabbing us in Uplands Visby. Fair play to you. I had to come in like 5 times. There was a lot of misunderstandings with times. And then when I went out there was like about 10 dudes knocking around and it looked like an emergency and they'd accidentally locked themselves out. So I said, I'll go back to work, finish off leveling out the land and come back and bite you off. Not a bad old trim, boy. Not a bad old trim. You know what I mean? It's quite nice. I like it. I was getting lots of comments when I walked into the local bar. People like, fucking hell, wow. You're so cool. Thanks very much, man. Yeah, cheers, yeah. And then, yeah. I was going to say, for any of you, the Carter twins are after you. Fuck it, Zandra, hey, please. Is that Nathan Carter and his brother? Are they twins? Are they? Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, hey, mother, rock me now like an inbound train. Rock me till I go insane. Steel versus reinforced concrete. What's that? Pez, it's a rough life. What's Chris been saying here? It's a bit of fucking chat. It's about opioids, hey. Tramadol ain't really an opioid. It just hits receptors. They weak as shit. I was hooked on 30 to 50 milligrams of codeine a day for 10 years. Not bragging, ruined my life. Yeah, hey, blame the Sackler family. Those cunts who were probably paying the American soldiers to be over there guarding fucking fields in Afghanistan. But they've synthesized it now with fentanyl, so they don't need to do it anymore. If you want I think I spoke about this with the whole Taliban thing. I think basically America has gone, here, Taliban, take all this shit, and you just fucking do you do you. Let me see. John Joe McGonigal, the farmer tycoons are riding us bareback. The carry on these days can get me very bent out of shape. Destroys my zen to no end. John Joe McGonigal, you're dead right. I think this whole thing we've been experiencing in the last 18 months is a fucking shakedown. 9/11, in my opinion, was and the war of Iraq and Afghanistan was a big fucking payout to military contractors and the military industrialization complex. The 2008 Wall Street crash was to enrich the bankers. Look, I don't claim to know it all. This is just my opinion. And I think this is now the 9/11 Wall Street crash for the medical companies and their cronies and cunts like Klaus Schwab and Tony Blair and all these creeps, Bill Gates and whatnot, who should be fucking locked up. but they're not, because they are so rich and powerful that they will just character assassinate people, actually assassinate people. I mean, like, if you got that kind of money, you're above the law, man. You're above the law. So the best thing is people just wake up and be like, we're not having this shit anymore. They're trying to placate people with sports and fucking entertainment, and it's just not working, man, because soon enough we'll all be living in fucking pods, eating maggots, and everyone else will be at the Met Gala laughing at us and just spunking into a cauldron. The Carter twins, let me see, James Corbett is the man for everything on 9/11. The Corbett Report, I haven't seen him for a long time, but he is good, to be fair. Yeah, Lulu, you're a brave man, Pez. Those shits alone smell. What have I missed? Yeah, cold turkey. Yeah, you see a lot of people in America, man, it's fucking crazy. Like, the amount of people who are on prescription painkillers because they can't fucking kick them. And these are normal people who end up having, and this was FDA approved, and these are normal people who, what was it, the FDA, the woman who's now the head of the FDA called them controversial drugs. What that has done to middle America, especially, fucking, it's insane. I remember seeing a heartbreaking image of two parents, one of them hanging out, passed out with a needle in his arm, with a child in a baby seat and in the back, and you just think, that's fucking, it's heartbreaking, man. And the thing is with the United States of America, by and large, you will meet some of the nicest people ever. And, the same as anywhere else. But unfortunately, it's a pay-to-play system. And, anybody who doesn't take the check from lobbyists doesn't get anywhere. They all must have to sign some fucking check. And it's fucked up, man. It's not right. And people just need to say, look, stop fucking arguing over trivial bollocks. All this nonsense of fucking political correctness and linguistic fascism, of not being able to express what it is you want to say without having to like, I'm going to get cancelled. All that's doing is, it's a very clever way of stifling discourse. So as Dave Chappelle would say, now there's never been a better time to talk recklessly. I think I'm paraphrasing, but I get what the crack is. His stuff on Panscam is very good. Immediately called it out as the introduction to biosecurity state. Yeah, thanks for bringing me back on online there. Mr. Griff, yo gaff. I just got the injection of Sublocade this morning, which is basically a gel pellet of Suboxone under the surface of the skin. My stomach lasts for a month and wears off slowly, minimizing withdrawal. Look, any of you guys, oh yeah, that's the thing I wanted to get onto. Kratom. Apparently, one sec, CM Fox. Klaus Schwab needs to spend some money in accent reduction lessons. That's one sinister accent. Yes, we have to get rid of kratom because it is helping people naturally get off opioids. Chris started doing them in Afghanistan. Chris, from what you told me, mate, about 3 to 5 days of hell, from what you told me about your experience with opioids, mate, I was just like, fuck. Apparently kratom is, they're trying to ban it, World Health Organization and FDA, apparently. Don't quote me on that. But it's related to the coffee plant, and I think it comes from Indonesia. And it's my heart goes out to anybody who is addicted to any substance. And I think addiction is a symptom of how fucking crazy the world is getting around us. I watched a very good interview with your man Black Pigeon and Dave Cullen talking about 9/11 the other day, and they had a really good point about what it was. And this is something that I've been thinking about with young people, like as in people who are, let's say, born after 1990. I'd say people of my generation, as Freddie Durst would say, everything, like the Berlin Wall had fallen. It was the end of the kind of Cold War vibes between the West and that was the fear that was driving the 60s, 70s, and the 80s was, hide under your desks. That'll protect you from an atomic bomb blast. That was the fear. Have you noticed there's always some sort of fucking bogeyman? So there was a brief respite from all that shit in the 90s. The 90s was like, it was a great time. I mean, I'm probably looking back with rose-tinted glasses, but everyone was on the same page pretty much. We were probably all being fed the same disinformation about news, but didn't matter looking back. Not that I'm advocating for disinformation, but what I'm saying is, for most part, everyone was on a good buzz. It was chilled. It was a nice time to be alive. 9/11 happens, and it's just fucking paranoia, thinking you're going to get blown up in a fucking airport, or. But there's always some sort of enemy. There's always some sort of crisis, and probably China is the next one. This will be like American China. Oh, there's going to be a big war, and so basically it's. Why did I fucking start talking about this? Oh yeah, they were saying that the 90s, like everyone remembers where they were on 9/11. There are people out there now, adults, who will be working in pubs, serving alcohol, or doing adult jobs and having senior positions that probably weren't even alive, or they were like toddlers when 9/11 happened, and yeah, so like that has really fucked things up. But yeah, I just want people to get back to a time where everyone can break balls, have a laugh, not be fucking so outraged at superfluous bollocks. Roshi Mac says, Carlton was legal in the UK, but my friend in Glasgow was getting it posted to her, and had 3 cops turned to her door last year as a package had been intercepted. They gave her a stern warning. Yeah, you can't get anything. A friend of mine gave me this alfalfa, I think it was called. He was working in a health store, and about 5 to 6 years ago, I had a serious dose of the flu incoming, and he was like, "Whoa, Martin, you don't look well. Take some of this." He poured it. It was like fucking orange cordial. He poured it into a glass, filled it with water, gave it to me. About 30 seconds to a minute later, I started getting all these weird fucking tingling. It was like pins and needles all over my skin, and I got a hot flush. And I went, "Oh, what the fuck was that? What have you just given me?" And he goes, "Well, that's a niacin flush. It's cleansing your capillaries." And he goes, "Guaranteed you on Monday you won't be sick. Have a great weekend." Sure enough, fine. And I went into him the next day, or on the Monday, and I was like, "I'm fine. What the hell was that stuff?" And he goes, "That was a niacin flush from And basically, I said, "Why the fuck aren't people talking about this in medicine?" He goes, "If I was to openly talk about that, I would get done." And fucking Big Pharma has everything stitched up, man. Fuck them for what they've done, and fuck the Sackler family for what they've done to people with this opioid crisis in Canada and America, and probably in Europe as well. Fuck them. Fuck them for getting people hooked on bloody Prozac and antidepressants as well, because they're impossible to get off. Niacin, vitamin B, says Matthew Barry. Fuck the Rockefellers is right, because it's Rockefeller medicine. Fuck them all, man. And I will say, fuck you, Deputy Stagg. That's very unparliamentary language. Yeah, fuck the lot of them. These pricks, man. Dossiers should be compiled, and concerned citizens need to fucking put pressure on these pricks, and fuck how much money they have, how much power they have. Like, there's so many of us, and if we just realised our power in numbers versus these pricks, they wouldn't get away with it. But they have the apparatus of the media to fill our heads with disinformation and doubt, and then they have their trolls on social media who come in. Well, actually, these wankers. Fuck a lot of them, man. That's okay, fresh trim. Sorry for going down that rabbit hole again, but you know what? This isn't a rabbit hole. This is actually shit that's going on. You know what I mean? And the wankers, man. And China are upping the game by producing fentanyl. Yeah, it's crazy. Like if you listen to the genetic codes that China uploaded, that all of these medical procedures have been based on. Yeah, you've got Boris Johnson saying, "Don't go to Hawaii. Don't trust Hawaii infrastructure because they might be listening to us." But we're gonna completely replicate this genetic code that we've uploaded. It's insane. I think friendly diplomatic relations grand. Trade, nice, yeah, grand. But yeah, everybody kind of keep their own. You watch your cards closely. But this is what brings down empires. As the old saying goes, it's not the enemy that wears its banners at the gate. It's I can't remember who said this, but it was a kingdom can withstand the enemy who wears his banners openly, but can't survive the enemy, the traitor within. So that's what I think is happening, basically. Wouldn't be surprised, CM Fox says, if the elites get other drugs for illnesses, the royal family and people like the Bushes, Kissinger normally live well past 90s. You see, I think these people know that their souls have been stained with the blood of thousands, if not millions of people. And I think they know what fate waits them after this life, if you do ascribe to that view. But I think if you know you've done wrong, you know you've done wrong. If you know you're doing right in life, you feel like you're on the right path. And my advice is just to everyone, listen to your heart. Just if you try and live your life as best you can, and this has taken me a long time to realize this, but these people are a fucking different breed altogether, man. Anyone who will commit atrocities in pursuit of money and power. As the old saying goes, there's more chance of a camel passing through the eye of a needle than a rich man passing through the gates of heaven. He's talking shit about the Bible and all that. But yeah, I think people you can feel it if it's good or bad. I lost one viewer. Obviously, he was like, ooh. Matthew Barry said the Chinese banned feminine men from social media, but TikTok in the West is a haven of weakness, war by other means. Yeah, I did hear something about that. I think it was on We Are Change that China has banned what they call girly men, and they're giving all their young men testosterone building. See, they know it. You know what I mean? They know it, and the fucking idiots in the West are just. It's misallocated altruism, and it's all a fucking con job, man. It's a pure con. I mean, like the shite that we have to endure today. Most people of that age, like these justice warriors who think that they're fucking liberators and saviors of the downtrodden, are only basically making a rod for their own back, and they don't know it yet. And I think a lot of people, when they go down, when they put so much effort into something and they know that it's bollocks, but they are in denial, it's good money after bad. And there's nothing wrong with people. There's nothing wrong with people with coming to the conclusion, yeah, I've been lured into a load of fucking bollocks, and I put a lot of time and energy into it. But if you're wrong, like I will, if I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. Just there's no shame in it. Like as the great Jason Kenny from Swinford once told me, you're either winning or you're learning, and if you're not learning, you're a loser. So don't be a loser and learn. So, well, peace, good to see you, mate. Thinking you're a good person almost always means you really aren't. Yeah, I think you've got to know that no one is without sin. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has. I mean. One thing I've realized is those who sometimes a lot of those people who a lot of the people who you think are going to be really great people, or no, who make out they're really great people, there's something going on. It's like, I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of the times I've seen things where he was a pillar of the community. I'm so confused. People who are a bit edgy, but they're sound. Like, they're the kind of people who are your best. I think, let's say if you're looking at authority figures, you want to elect someone who was reluctant to do the job for those reasons. You want to, no, I don't want that job. And you're like, but you're the right person for it. It's like, nah, please, I don't want that. But someone is like, I must win this election. Thank you very much, Chris. You're a good skin. John Joe McGonagall is a full-time industry keeping us numb and medicated gang of cons, but we gotta get mad and say my life has meaning, aka the network film. Yeah. Know thyself and know thine own gobshite. Like I know there's a lot of shit I could fucking work on, but I'm trying. Do you know what I mean? I'm really doing my best to park the ego, man. You know, like my behavior. I think one of the best things that ever happened to me was that time I was arrested for fighting bouncers, and I remember talking to my my lawyer, and hats off to him. And I often think about him every day. Well, not every day, but regularly, should I say? Tony Collier of Michael Staines, and fair play to Reese Flinter for putting me in touch with him. Because I remember telling him, I was like, look, I think this whole thing has been a real wake up call. Because I was fucking drinking like a maniac and just acting daft. And I've lost friends who have died on heavy sessions. And I said to him, I said, look, I really think it's been the whole experience has made me reevaluate and take it easy. And he was like, well, Martin, sometimes bad things don't happen to you, they happen for you. So, with sometimes you might be going through some shit that you have to actually dig deep and push yourself through. Look, personally speaking, this last 2 or 3 years for me has been fucking tough, man. I've gone through a hell of a big change, but it's made me grow up and just take ownership of myself and my responsibilities and whatnot. And sometimes only with retrospect you can look back and go, actually, that was probably a good thing that happened. It's almost like, I can't remember where I heard this the other day, but someone was saying it's like you haven't had your branches cut off, you've been preened. So sometimes you've got to go through shit in order to grow. And on that note, I fuck off. And I wish you all a great week, the continuation of it. And thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, please, consider donating a few quid to Maloney's Digest on PayPal, because the old extra few quid a month does really help me out, and I appreciate that. Before I leave, Roshi Mac says, that's so true, Martin. There's a historical sex abuse scandal in Fermanagh at the minute, and all the protagonists coming out with pillars of community. Yeah, anyone who's holier than thou, fucking watch out for those. That's anything, you'd be better off. The people who wear their blemishes publicly are the least likely to be dodgy. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the ones who are really nice, some people are really, really good, nice people, but some people who are really a bit too nice, there's an agenda going on there. Lulu says, it's been a hell of a tough for you, but some of us too, not near as hard as yours. I'm glad we're here for each other. Your streams give me hope, and people in the chat. Thanks, Lou. Look, mate, I haven't had, it's been tough, but it's not been that tough. And just fucking keep cracking on. I've got my health, I've got my family. I have my own opinion. And yeah, I think, just be grateful. There's great merit in being grateful for the gifts that we all have individually. And as Monty Python would say, always look on the bright side of life. But on that note, I hope you have a great week, and thanks for sticking in. And it'll be worth being fucking tired in the morning just to hang out with you. But I will hopefully get Paul Gallagher on here. He's good crack. He was the lad who fucking taught Lee Manole everything they know. And he also used to work with Johnny Mars from the Smiths' dad, who was a grab driver. So there'll be some good tales from him. He's a good skin. And and maybe we get stateside statements. We just get, if you can put in the comment section after this, if you're watching later on, or if, and hit the thumbs up, please. We've got 33 people viewing and 33 thumbs up. So yeah, give the thumbs up. And if you have any things that you would like stateside to watch, please put in the comment section interesting, like, you know, little clips, and I can send them on to him, you know, and anything current events, I'll ask him to take a look. And we can ask him in the live chat. We'll get him up on StreamYard, and we can get people to come in and ask him questions as well. So it could go any way, but it's been a year since the armistice has been broken, and we'll see what he has to say. So have a great night, everyone. Thanks for sticking around, and good luck. And if you listen to this later on, enjoy your day. Hope this is bringing you nice touchness. Now, good luck and good bless. Talk to you later.